All right, so we're going to be talking about Dogecoin today, but before we do so, please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also hit that bell button right there so you can get notified about all the TA that we're constantly bringing you in our YouTube channel. Also, you can follow us on Twitter. You can follow me at Ali_charts, and you can also follow my co-host Akash and Makinko with a 0 at the end. Now, when we look into Dogecoin, I mean, from an on-chain perspective, right? What we can see is that basically this cryptocurrency sits within a tight range, right? I mean, this tight range is marked for a significant area of support, right? And is also marked by a significant area of resistance, right? So basically for the support part, right? I mean, what we can see is that roughly 44,000 addresses bought, more than 7.9 billion Dogecoin at an average price of 0.225, while there is significant resistance, right, sitting at an average price of basically 25 cents, where roughly something like 130,000 addresses, but more than 10 billion Dogecoin between this area of resistance right there. So as of right now, right, what I would do for Dogecoin if I were to be trading this cryptocurrency, at least from an on-chain perspective, is literally just sit on the sidelines and wait, right? Because a decisive close above 25 cents or this area of resistance right here could potentially lead to a breakout, and Dogecoin could finally catch up with other meme coins such as Shiba Inu, right? But if Dogecoin were to fall below the 22.5 support level, then a steeper correction could come into play, maybe towards 20 cents or so, right? So as of right now, it's just a matter of waiting for Dogecoin to either break below support or break above resistance before entering a trade on this cryptocurrency. Now, when we look into the other on-chain metrics, right, such as the number of large transactions with a greater value of $100,000 on Dogecoin, there's nothing much that we can say, right? I mean, we saw a significant spike back in October 7th, where basically 3,333 large transactions took place on the network, but since then this metric has gone significantly down, right? If we were to be leaning bullish on this cryptocurrency, what we're looking is basically a higher high on this on-chain metric to kind of like confirm that that prices are basically heading higher, right? As these as the number of large transactions can serve as a proxy, indicating that institutional investors and whales are basically positioning themselves for higher prices, right? That is currently not happening, but we'll have to just wait and see, right? Now, when we look into the number of new addresses being created on the network, which basically leads to network growth, what we can see is that, Dogecoin made a higher high on basically October 7th, right, where roughly 26,000 addresses were created on that day alone. And as of right now, that this metric is sitting around 22,000 new addresses being created per day, right? So what we would like to see is a higher high on this metric, on the number of new addresses shown in the network. So basically for it to rise above 26,000 addresses, right? So that we can be leaning a little bit more bullish on this coin, right? But as of right now, I mean, just like the price action shows, based on the number of on the supply and demand zone around this cryptocurrency, it does seem that it's basically pretty much stagnant right now, and this metric doesn't really provide a bullish or a bearish outlook. So yeah, as I said at the beginning, you just, as of right now, you just need to wait literally for a decisive close below support or a decisive close above this resistance cluster before you can enter any long or short trades on this cryptocurrency. But yeah, that's my take from an on-chain perspective. I don't know if you guys are looking at something different from a technical perspective.
Yeah, let me just share my screen. All right, so I've been saying the same thing for probably 2-3 weeks now. I think these two support levels here, which is 0.212 and 0.23, uh, are extremely crucial, right? And Dogecoin seems to have was doing really good after it closed above it over here, but then it came back below into this level, and I was expecting two things to happen, right? The first thing was a move down to this support level here, which is 0.195, and then this would form a double bottom. My bad. This would form a double bottom, and then it could be like a trigger or a catalyzing agent for it to push towards the 0.314. So this is my first scenario. The second scenario is it could probably breach this level, get out of this demand zone here, probably retest this level here, probably not. It doesn't necessarily have to retest this level here to form a triple tap setup. It could probably even bounce off of this level here, which is 0.179, and it would still perfectly, it would be perfectly it would be a perfect triple tap setup. So yeah, this is what I was expecting as my second scenario, right? But neither of them seems to be happening right now as Dogecoin recovered about 0.22 or roughly 0.23. And right now, the only thing that I'm looking at right now is probably 0.25, which is what, like 8-9%. Roughly 7.4% upswing is what I'm looking for Dogecoin. Unless we kind of get a close above right about here, which is 0.282, right? Which is hold up, actually. Yeah, so this is my bad, I just got confused here. So this is the first level that I'm looking at, 0.25. Followed by that, I'm going to be looking at a retest of this order block here, bearish order block at 0.30. Right, in the case that this upswing has like massive levels of FOMO attached to it, kind of like how it happened with Shiba Inu, then I'm definitely looking at liquidity resting above these highs here, which is 0.314, 0.32, and then probably even make a run at this level here, 0.35. So this is like an extremely bullish case from a short-term perspective. This is a very much conservative. And if I were looking to scalp, this is what I would do, 0.82, roughly an 8% upswing. From a bullish perspective, again, like if it does close below this, there's a double bottom formation opportunity around here, 0.194, and a triple top opportunity ranging from 0.1789 to 0.1597. That's my take on Dogecoin.
Okay. It does seem that for you basically, for Dogecoin to turn bullish, you're basically your breakout point is a little bit higher, right? Because you will be waiting for a decisive close above 30 cents before you can target higher highs. Is that right?
Yeah, so this is all of this is from a short-term perspective, right? And as you can see here, there was a lot of consolidation that took place here before it actually crumbled lower. So these levels over here, 0.270, anything up to 0.293 is going to be a tough level to crack. So until and unless I get a close higher high above 3.3517 and then a higher low that goes along with it, I'm not going to go like extremely long on Dogecoin, right? At least if I'm trading perps. But if I'm holding spot, then now would be a good place to like DCA. Here, somewhere around here, these levels are really good to DCA.
Yeah. Indeed. I mean, if of course for that, as the on-chain metrics also show, right? I mean, we'll have to wait for a close below 22.5, so that basically Dogecoin could potentially, dive towards that 16 level for you. I mean, for me, from an on-chain perspective, it basically sits around 17, right, which is almost the same. But from a bullish perspective, I do believe that a close above 25 cents could lead to a significant price upswing, maybe towards that 40 cents price point right there, because I mean that's basically what the on-chain metrics are telling me. But of course, I mean, I'm not seeing right now wealth activity on the network, and I'm also not seeing a lot of interest from retail investors. So we'll have to wait for a spike in the number of large transactions on the network, or on the number of new addresses joining the network, so that there is a clear sign that this cryptocurrency could advance further. But as of right now, it's just a matter of waiting and seeing what it will do next. And once again, right, if you really like this TA, please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also follow us on Twitter.